everyone, this is Betty with Bettysstampingcrazy, and I'm back again with another video tutorial for you today. I just got this stamp set in probably the first of the week, and I've been anxious to use it, but this is the first chance I've gotten to use it. It's the stamp set is called Live, let me get it over here, Live, Love, and Grow. And it's really cute. I like this little terrarium. So anyway, this is the card that I came up with, and as you can see, I used this one, this image here, this image here, this one, and of course this big one here. And I also used the little top that goes up here, but then I wound up covering it up, but I still like the outline of it around this piece right here. As you can see, I used the wood background, hardwood background stamp set to make this piece right here. To have, let's see, for the sentiment, I used, again, I love this set because it's so versatile, the Project Life cards and labels, and I used this one right here, and I also used it on the background. But what I did is, oh, what did I do with it? Oh, there it is. Was I went ahead and stamped this and then cut it out, and then I cut out another one, but what I did is I cut it in half and then just made it wider where it would come out to the sides. Let's see, what else did I use? I used, of course, the enamel shapes, but what I used was it was in the Regals, and this is the Cajun Craze color. Let me open this up and I'll show you. I'm going to need this anyway, so I'll open that up and leave it out there. But it has all the colors. We have all the colors in the Regals. We also have all the colors in the Subtles and the Brights enamel shapes, which are this color. And we also have them in the metallics, but it's silver and gold. Okay, and let's see, I'll be using the marker. My shapes, let me go ahead and show you what I'm using here as far as the shapes. Of course, I'm going to be using my standard, let me move this out of the way right quick. I'm going to be using the standard card size if you were going like this is the 11. Okay, this is the 11, and then I cut it at 4 1/4, and then I scored it at 5 1/2, just like it says here. And then I have my mat, which is 5 1/4 by 4. And for these little, let me get it back down here, I'm sorry. For these little pots right here, I have a 3/4 piece of strip, and all I did was cut it at an angle. And this one is just, it's the same length this way, but I just made it a little bit wider. And for this one, the shorter one, I just cut a piece off the end of this 3/4. And for this pot, I cut a piece off of the 1 inch that I used for my to cut out my background on, as you can see. So let's see, what else do I need to, oh yeah, my colors. I have the basic black, which is what I stamped this out in. I have the garden green, which I think is a better color for, like, I think they call these succulents. And then I have the soft suede, which I used here and on my hardwood background. So anyway, what I'm going to do is go ahead and stamp my hardwood background. As a matter of fact, I may do most of my stamping and go ahead and get that done. But you see right here on the hardwood background where I have space on each side? I think I'm going to try this card with it coming all the way to the edges. So what I want to do is take my soft suede, and I'm just going to stamp do one side of it because I'm going to be cutting it off anyway. then I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to lay it carefully right at the edge, and I'm going to try to get it as straight down here as I can. Put that down, and then I'm going to take an extra piece here, put it over the top, and I'm just going to run my hand over it so that I don't get ink all over me, but yet I make sure it's covered good. Okay, that should be good enough. See, that keeps you from getting it all over you. Okay, and then pull it up carefully. Okay, let's set this to the side. And I got ink on me, but that's okay. Okay, so you've got this pretty good size, and it's not as wide as this way. But what I did, let it dry just a little bit, because I'm going to take my stamping sponge and I'm going to go ahead and sponge it a little bit. And what I did was, let me rub that like that a little bit. And I'm just going to have a couple of spots that'll be a little bit darker. Don't go that way, go that way. There we go. That should be good enough. Okay. And what I'm going to do is just run the glue a little ways on the bottom. Up, I'm in camera. And I'll just kind of eyeball it how far I want it up. Probably about like that, I think. And hopefully I've got it straight on there. That's close enough, I think. We'll just go with that. And see how much it's off the edge? You could probably, not straight. How did I manage to do that? Okay, that's good enough. You don't have, like I said, you don't have to be perfect. And just give that time to kind of set a little bit. And then I'm going to come back in with my big scissors. You could use the little ones. And I'm just going to cut that end off. And then I'm going to cut all the way down this end. There we go. Got it. Let's see. Looks like a shelf or table or whatever at the bottom. Okay. Then I'm going to come back in. Let's get the terrarium first. I'm going to go ahead and close this up for a minute. Move this out of the way. I don't need it anymore. Okay. And this is the terrarium shape. And I'm using the basic black archival ink for this. And I will warn you, I don't know, sometimes you don't see the other videos, and I know I tell you on all of them, but this archival ink is it's not a water-based ink, so it will stain your stamps, your polymer stamps, but I don't worry about that. It just helps me see it better. And I think I'm going to move this over to the side just a little bit more than I have the other one. Set it down. Oh, and I forgot to use my pad on this. I hope it comes out. Need to get it. I'm just going to make sure I'm pushing pretty good. Let's hope. Oh, the bottom didn't come out as good, but I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm going to get my pad right quick. Okay, I'm back. I had to go looking for my pad, which is nothing unusual with me. Okay, and I want the little top in the black. And there are some little, I know you can't see them probably in here. Let me get it up closer. There's some little black dots up at the top. And I want those at the top, which really, since I'm covering it up, I don't know what difference it makes, but I want to go by that. And just find your center. And just stamp that down. Why did I do that? Let me try this one more time. Let me get my head over it because I'm going to have to center it again. I'm sorry. Hopefully this will work. That's a little better. Okay, let's set this off to the side. And I'm through with the black, except for my sentiment, and I will get that again in a little bit. Okay, this is my ground, or my, got something on it, dirt. And I'm doing this in soft suede. And let's hope I can do a little bit better. I didn't have a problem with that yesterday. Don't know why I did that today. And you set it right down, right above that first black, or top black line. There we go. Set that off to the side. And then I'm going to come in with my succulents, and I want them in green. So let's close that one up, move this out of the way. I get too much stuff in my way. Once I get the succulents done, then I will show you what I did with the bottom of this right here. And I'm trying not to get my head in the way, but I want this kind of right there on the dirt. Okay? And then I want the two tall cactus looking ones. And I'm going to put one right here, not quite touching the other one. And then one right beside it. And this one's going to be touching. Okay. Then what I did was I come back in with the marker and I colored in. You could use a blender pen if you wanted to. I just went ahead and pulled out my marker. Did that, and just kind of, this is kind of hurrying along because it took me a little bit longer yesterday. And since I screwed up on the bottom of this, I could come back in with the black marker and go across that bottom, or go, outline this, but I'm not going to worry about it. I don't think it's going to show up that much. Okay, there's my terracotta bottom for my terrarium. Okay, now what I did for the pots is I took, like I said, I've already got this one cut at an angle because I did use it. And I'm going to get my small scissors for this. And you can cut them pretty much any size you want, but I wanted two, so I just wanted a small one and a big one. So, let's see if I can get the angle right on these again. That's pretty good. And then I'm going to come down with this one and I'm going to make it a little bit wider. Okay. And then what I did was I just kind of set them up here like that. And I did have a pencil here yesterday. Yeah, here it is. And I just kind of made just a tiny mark up here at the top of this, and you're not going to be able to see it. I didn't want to come below that because I wanted it right at the top of the pot. So I took my succulent greens again, and I just come up here like this. Hold that down. Then I got the small one. Put it right on top of the other one. There we go. Then I took my pot, and of course, like I said, get my scissors. Make sure I'm getting the right end. And I just cut off a little piece. And then I took my other one, and I will be cutting some off of this one, my 1 inch, because it was a little too long. But I already had it cut for the other part, so I just went ahead and used it. That may be a little thin. Yeah, I think that one's too thin. Let's cut another piece. I want it a little thicker. Because it's a bigger pot, you want it a little thicker. That's better. So let's take that one out of the way. Okay, for my pots, and even if this isn't straight, who says terracotta is straight? Let's see, where's my glue? I just took a little bit across the top of this. It's already dried out on me. I just kind of touched it a little bit. There we go. Wasn't coming out for a minute. Okay, this is the large pot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it hanging off to where I would want it over here. I think I got a little bit too much glue on that, but it can be erased off. Okay, there we go. I'm going to let that set while I do this one. Okay, where's my little piece? There it is. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Get as little as I can. And for these, I can't see since I'm off the edge, so I'm just going to use my tweezers on it. I'm shaky this morning. It must be that coffee I drank. I'm going to go ahead and put this on there. Okay, I just put that right in the middle. Just gives it a little bit more of a terracotta look. Okay. Now what I did for my pots is I took the edge, these little edges right here, and I cut 4 of those. There we go. And I put those on my pots. Okay, come on. Okay, let's cut that off right quick. That is still crooked. Now it's going to be a crooked pot. I think I cut a little. There we go. That's better. My pots are going to be crooked today. They're the cheap terracotta. Yeah. Okay. We're going to go ahead and pull the backing off these and put them down. Although I probably should put this on my card back before I do that. So I'll do that right quick for it. I'll just take these backs off, but I'll put my, you know, I don't need, oh yeah I do. I will put that on in a minute. First I want to stamp that so I can get this out of the way. Okay, here it is, my sentiment. And where's my scrap piece? I'm just losing everything. Here it is. Okay, and I'm using the black, basic black for it. Just going to set that down. Put my fingers on it. There we go. Close that back up, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this out right quick. Okay, I have this cut out now. Let's put this back up so I don't lose it. Okay. And what I did with that, like I said, oh, I've lost that piece again. There it is. Is I just cut this down the middle. Then I glued that on with my glue. There we go. I thought it was going to give me a hard time again. Okay. Go ahead and put that on there. Okay, and I'll turn that over. Look at it. Hope you can see this. And see, that just gives that a little bit, move that down a little bit so it mimics the top. Because I had a little bit more on the top on this one. That's good. Okay, let's go ahead and put this down on the card base. And for that, I'm just going to use my snail. It's easier. Okay. Come on. Looks good. Okay, let's go ahead and put our pots on. And I think I want this bigger pot. I put the bigger pot on the succulent, I think. And I just made it look like it's resting right there. And then the smaller pot goes with the taller one. Then I came back in with this and I just put some dimensionals on it. Just like that. And then I'm just going to set this right up here. Oh, don't get crooked. Which still got crooked. That's better. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and do my thing with my bone folder. Okay. And there it is. And you can put a piece of the Very Vanilla. I didn't tell you the colors, did I? I'm so sorry. This is Cajun Very Vanilla and Cajun Craze is what I use for the cardstock. So, anyway, there's the card. And don't forget your bonus days. You've only got a few more days. It ends the 31st. And that will be, that's the bonus that where you, each $50 you spend in July, you get a $5 coupon for August. I wanted to tell you something, I just can't wait. I got a sneak peek at the holiday catalog that will be coming out for September, in September, I believe. And I'm telling you, I think you're all going to love it. So next month I get to pre-order a couple of some items, so I'm going to be working with that, but not on camera. I don't think we're allowed to. But anyway, this is my card, and it's called the Live, Love, and Grow. And if you would like any of these products, you can find the link for my web store down below, and also or my online web store, and also my blog is in a link down below if you want to get the dimensions and everything for this. So that's me, Betty Stampin' Crazy. And I'd like to thank everybody for all their comments. It is very heartwarming to me to know that you all like my cards. So anyway, before this gets too long again, this is Betty with Betty Stampin' Crazy. Thank you.